Alright. I'm going to turn it down on my end, just so that you're not just hearing just constant echoing. Oh man, I love this game so much. This is like, I'm a Final Fantasy fan, and this is probably my second favorite of all of them. 7 obviously being first favorite. Six is really good too. Yeah, dang. There's so many good games in this series. This one though, like, when it came to playing, this one, I could play this one for hours and hours and hours and not even notice that I had spent, like, the whole evening. Really, not notice that I had taken the whole morning, afternoon, and evening playing the game, and then, oh man, now I need to go to bed, because I have to, you know, get up and, like, be responsible in the morning. Oh man, I love this game so much. Have I mentioned that? What's that? Oh yes, yeah, I saw it. I saw it come up. Okay, you know, I'm gonna turn off vibration because watching me play with vibration is not gonna mean anything for you. I will turn on the screen shake, so you will see when that happens. I'm also gonna turn on the subtitles. I'm gonna leave the speed multiplier at ×2. Okay, so like the major problem with this game was the fact that it when you grind, the game takes forever. Like, the battles take forever. And so what they've done is they've set it so you can just, like, speed it up. So that it doesn't take as ridiculously long. You also can set the battles to go faster, too. Like, later on. And that helps, also. I've listened to it in Japanese and in English. It is way better than English, in my opinion, which is not very common, but it totally is in this case. Also, the music, the original was a MIDI, and they went back and reorchestrated it with like an orchestra, and like it went all out. And man, this is so good. This is so good. Like I have already sunk, like, I got this game less than 24 hours ago. I have already sunk probably 15 hours into this game. It's crazy. And, like, I had, like, work today. So, probably not 15 hours. At least 12 hours. I woke up at 4 this morning. No. I was so excited about the game. Seriously, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is good stuff. This is a really good opening. I'm just going to say that everything that happens is really good, and it's going to be a broken record by the time we're done. It's like, oh man, I love this part. Right. Ah, yes. The bunny people, and like one of the main characters, like, she isn't wearing pants. And it's like, I'm not very comfortable with it. Yes. It's like, okay. Every scene that she's in, it's like, this is awkward. And it's like worse because that they made her a well-written character. And so you can't just, like, leave her out.
In the name of the Father, and in the presence of these holy relics, I hereby pronounce you man and wife from this time forth. May the blessings of the gods light your path for all eternity. Far on.
Right. Apparently these people are important.
Stand little.
Yeah.
Nabudis has fallen. Impossible.
The game's 12 years old.
My father? I know not. I am sorry.
They really cleaned up the
Nabodis
models,
has indeed
obviously.
fallen. It is only a matter of time before they reach the borders of Dalmasca. There is nothing to halt their advance.
Secure Nalbina with all haste.
I will go.
And I will go at his side.
Really, like openings to game, it's Mass Effect 2 is my favorite, and this is my second favorite. Yes.
Galtea, stand watch over your life.
That I be considered worthy.
Yeah. Good enough, I guess. We get the flying Yes. This has been compared to Star Wars several times. Not unfavorably, but I mean, obviously, Star Wars has been overdone. There's several things that are reminiscent of Star Wars. Which is weird, because they don't go in space.
The fortress is lost! We must withdraw!
No! The paling still stands!
Shield beyond sight. Ne'er failing light.
Apparently not very colorful.
The paling's fallen!
Then it's over.
For my father. For my father!
Lord Rasler!
Pretty much. Yeah, close enough. Like, just rub some aspirin on it, he'll be fine. It's okay, man. We've got Phoenix down. Don't worry. Yep. And Sauron's tower falls.
Blessings of the Great Father descend,
Right.
and guide your bodies return to the earth. Great Father,
Right,
guide your
completely different
spirits
area.
return to the Mother of all. There you shall find peace. Pharaoh.
Indeed. It is kind of cool how they like managed to show the religion and like they just showed you like a wedding and a funeral. That's it. It's like, well, this is their religion.
The death of Lord Rasla Heos Nabradia was but one of many tragedies to befall the kingdom of Dalmasca. The air of hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness Princess Asha's wedding was now quite lost. Dalmasca had been set adrift at the mercy of history's restless tides.
Aye.
At this time, two great empires struggled for dominion over Ivalice. Arcadia in the east, Rosaria the west. The invasion of the Kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rasla's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Arcadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces. A counterattack was mounted by the Order of the Knights of Dalmasca, ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Arcadian armies, they stood little chance of victory. Indeed, their defeat was to be absolute. Soon thereafter, Arcadia came forward, offering terms of peace, or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender. Lord Ramanas, King of Dalmasca, and my dear friend, had no choice but to accept these terms. It was, thus, only with reluctance that he set out for Nalbina Fortress, now under Arcadian occupation, to affix his seal to the Emperor's Treaty of Peace. The king had scarce departed his royal city of Rabanasta when the remnants of the Order made their return, and not a moment too soon, for a terrible revelation awaited them. The treaty would be signed with steel and writ in royal blood.
Certainly not the most efficient way to sign a treaty.
You there? Can you hear me?
It's as I feared. They're slowing us down.
Do not say that. Not all of us are here for love of battle. He fights to defend his homeland. Your name?
Rex, sir. My name's Rex.
Good. Rex. You bore a few cuts, but you are still whole. Well, can you stand? Think you can fight?
I'm fine, sir.
How old are you, Rex?
17, sir.
Young. Family?
My brother is all I have left, sir.
Right.
He's 2 years younger than I, living in Rabanaster.
So young. You're barely old enough to be a man. You shouldn't be forced to wield a sword.
No, sir. I want to fight. For my homeland. And for my parents.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
It's dangerous to go alone.
I'm aware of the situation.
We found them! Over there!
Bossler, go ahead. I will handle this rabble.
Godspeed.
It was already getting.
Steady, Rex. Keep your wits about you and you'll make it. We move!
Alright, so a couple things. One, like all of those, like, just screen after screen after screen of the guy talking, like, in Japanese, it's just, you know, standard Japanese old dude number 5, you know? It's just like, yes, this is important to talk about. It's just standard. It's so much cooler in English where you've got the accent. And it happens several times in the game. Did you know you could do tutorial things? Sorry if I'm skipping through this and if you like wanted to read it, but this is all tutorial stuff. It's like, oh man, I wish I was back home with my family. Yeah, nobody cares. Now you too can open the gate. Hit the X button. Yeah, I don't care. Right. just the little things like look around, figure out how to use your eyes. It's like, whoa, that's so neat. Little things that you have to do for a tutorial, but like make absolutely no sense. Yes. Okay, so early in this game, you don't like most of the features are blocked, and it's that way for like 2 hours. Like this game has an absurdly long tutorial and tutorial-ish section. That's because the game is so good. There's so much stuff you can do. It is so complicated. Which is why they have to do so much tutorial stuff. You know what? Yes. Yes. And magic is a real pain in the rear in this game, which is why I avoid using it. Once you get like all of your capabilities, it's less annoying, but early on it's really annoying. This is pretty cool right here.
Adeline, this is Sunbury. My engines are hit.
Yeah, he uses
Shall not hold much longer.
We receive you, Tonberry. You've leave to retire. Well fought.
I was
My thanks, Antlion. Tonberry disengaging.
Yeah, and like early in the game, you have to tell your guy to attack people like every single time. You have to move him into position where you can attack him every single time because they don't have everything turned on because they're just worried that you're going to be so confused by the battle system, which is honestly confusing. That they don't. They want to bring you along. They don't want you to quit in frustration, like at the tutorial.
Vossler! Where are you?
What if Captain Azulis has fallen?
Don't talk such nonsense. Vossler's laughed in the face of death far too many times for him to stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this. We must make haste to reach the king. We will take him to safety.
Is His Majesty unharmed?
He'll agree to an unconditional surrender. They wouldn't dare touch him until the wax on his seal is dry.
Right.
But if we arrive after he signed the treaty...
Wait. Quickly, Rex.
Here's where it's telling you, dude, it's okay to run away. Which, of course, I'd never, ever do in this first little section. Even though, really, sometimes you really should. If you fight everyone that you can fight, you do end up messing up pretty bad. But it is a tutorial. They do give you lots of opportunities to Figure out what you're doing. It is very forgiving, really. With the exception of the fact that you have to tell it to attack every single person and run to every single spot. Right, just at the beginning. Like, later on, you're able to tweak settings and get it to where they will fight their own battles, but because you have to constantly be, like, babysitting it, like, you don't have to constantly babysit it. Basically, you are constantly tweaking it. To get it to be the way you want it to be.
You turn off the video?
No, I just saved. But yeah, it's like a well-oiled machine that you're constantly tweaking to get it just perfect.
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the king.
Yes, I turned on the speed mode just because.
Fight well.
Battles in this game, I mean, that's like the worst part of this game is just the length of time the battles. And this isn't even like the fast mode. This is ×2. You can turn it up to ×4, which I'm telling you is crazy. Yes. You need Benny Hill music playing in the background when it's ×4. Yes. Alright, here we go. Here's some plot for you. So we're coming to rescue the king. Bosch goes on ahead. Everybody's dead. Right. Everybody's dead, including the king.
Your Majesty.
Right.
Captain, why? Our king, what have you done?
The king intended all along to sell Damascus to the Empire.
I love the way they do
His Majesty was a
can't talk to you
traitor.
about why I love it until later.
Captain,
Seize the insurgent.
Hello!
They're playing with you in the storytelling event.
Well, so much for peaceful negotiations.
We'll never surrender to you. We are not cattle to be sold by a traitor king.
But the war is over, my dear Captain. You have lost. Dalmasca is the property of the Empire now. And to think, we intended to let you keep some of your sovereignty, out of respect. But now you've gone and ruined that. Haven't you, Captain?
We will never bow to you.
And the people of Dalmasca will hate you for it. Take the captain away.
Off you go.
Vaughn.
Pretenses of peace left by the wayside, the Arcadian forces resumed their advance toward Rabanasta. Dalmasca's doom had been decided. To make resistance would serve no end. With this foremost in my thoughts, I, to the people of Dalmasca. Sons and daughters of Dalmasca, I bid you lay down your arms. Raise songs of prayer in their stead. Prayer for His Majesty King Raminas, ever merciful, a man devoted wholly to peace. Prayer, too, for the noble Princess Ash, who, wrought with grief at her kingdom's defeat, has taken her own life. Know also that Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg, for incitement of sedition and the assassination of His Royal Majesty King Raminas, has been found guilty of high treason and put to his death. They who at this late hour choose still the sword are cut of the same cloth as the captain. Traitors who would lead Dalmasca to her ruin. Dalmasca's surrender without terms was soon to follow.
So yeah, I guess because I liked Mass Effect 2 and this, that just says a whole lot about me. It's like I like stories that have a tragedy right at the beginning. Like, all right, worst case scenario at the outset. Let's go. Right. We're gonna make you care about these characters so we can kill them, and you'll be upset.
Vaughn, hurry it up or they'll find us.
I know. Just a little more.
Okay.
You keep an eye out for me up there, Kites.
So we had all these awesome characters, right? At the opening.
1, 2, 3 more.
And now we introduce the worst character in the game, who, by the way, is the protagonist. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, Vaughn, you got him all yourself? Guess I know who to call when something big comes along.
Hey, it's good practice for the desert. I'm ready for anything now.
Yes, he's bullseyeing Womp Rat.
That's enough for today. You should get back to Miguel's place, Kites. Aren't you running errands for him?
Oops, totally forgot. You should come, Vaughn. He's busy today. Might have some work for you to do, too.
I've got other, work to do. Hey, lock this place up for me, will you? If Miguel finds out we've been down here, he'll tan our hides.
Man, let's go hang out with some friends to build some power converters.
You're right.
Huh? What'd you say? Sir, you haven't paid, and I... What? Haven't paid? Second thought. Please, sir, take it. It's a gift.
Leave the poor sod be. We don't want trouble today.
Your luck, peddler.
Oops, sorry.
Which way you're going, churl? What? My pouch! It's gone! The boy! Get out the way!
All right. Is that a girl? What did you call me? Is that like a cross between a gerbil and a girl? I don't know what that means.
What?
And here we have the second worst character. Let's just open with the worst character.
What do you mean, yours? You've been stealing again. What happens if they catch you? We need you to be there for us, Vaughn. You're no good to anyone if you're locked away in a dungeon.
Oh, what? Am I the leader now? We're orphans. The first thing you learn is you gotta watch out for yourself. Come on, Pinello. You know it as well as I do. Hey, you give that back. What do you think you're doing?
I thought that this money was the people of Dalmasca's property. The Imperials stole it from us, so it's only fair that we take it back. It's our duty as Dalmascans. Well, wasn't that what you said?
Yeah, but I never said anything about taking it back from me.
This is for that bread you took the other day. Just because I help Miguelo out every now and then, it doesn't mean that you get to eat for free too, you know.
I know that. You think I like living like this? One of these days, I'll fly an airship of my own. I'll be a sky pirate, free to go where I will.
Well, be careful. You'll never fly anything if you're riding in a dungeon. Oh, Miguelo had some errands that need doing. He wanted you to drop by his place. It might be a good idea to lend a hand.
Yeah, I know how to do all this. Okay, and just because I know you want to know. Here's what it looks like 4 times speed. Notice how I'm having a lot of trouble controlling it.
Vaughn, I was waiting.
Penelo said you needed something?
Had me some packages supposed to be arriving by courier. In the morning, perhaps he ran into some trouble out in the desert. Now I've no foodstuffs to prepare for the banquet tonight.
So you want me to find this courier? Hey, no problem.
No problem? The desert team's in trouble. I'd be sending you to early grave, my boy. No, I've arranged for some replacement goods from Tomaj over at the Sand Sea.
So you want me to go to the tavern to pick him up?
Actually, I asked Kites to do that. Wouldn't you know he's gone missing on me, too. I can't leave my shop, and I've Penelo on another chore at the moment, you see. What I want you to do is run over to the Sand Sea and fetch Kites back. What do you say?
Sounds wild.
It's easy work, and you'll thank me for it someday.
Alright, but if I get a horse and he gets stuck in the mud, I'm blaming you. Alright, so I'm going to turn this down to 2 times.
Yes.
We're going to actually turn up the speed of battles, because the battles go too slow. That's like the major problem with the game.
There you are, Kites. Stop loafing around.
Look, Vaughn, look! This is it! This is why Miguelo's courier didn't get here on time.
A creature spotted in the ester sand. What is that thing?
Ah, Vaughn! Miguelo sent you too, did he? He's a busy man these days, that Miguelo, if I dare say so myself. I don't envy him the work, though. Not a bit. Quite the affair throwing a banquet to welcome the Imperials, eh?
Welcoming? We should be... whatever. Say, Tomaj, what's this?
Nah, don't remind me. Got some nastiness out there in the ester sand. What's stopping our couriers? And that means shortages all around. Thought I'd put up a bill, offer a reward to anyone who can knock that nasty back in its place.
Now that's work. Sounds 10 times better than running errands for Miguelo.
That's right. Vaughn, you should give it a shot.
And you should be getting back to Miguelo. Now, Kites. He was waiting for you.
Oh, right.
again, the game is like, hey, here's another tutorial. This game is so complicated. There's like a half dozen tutorials in this game. Yes. Oh man, it's a rogue tomato. The hunt begins. And like they go through all the reasons why you're actually able to do this. Like, they do go into details. They do explain why you have to go through all this stuff and why you're able to go down there and get all this done, because they've thought it through. I just skip through all of it because, I mean, really, who cares? But yes, if you do want to sit there and read it all, you can. Alright. So, we are heading out this way. Alright, before we do, let's set a license. And it's going to take just a minute. Because, like, it's permanent once you've picked it. So let's see. I got one on that one. I've got a method of what we're doing here. I've got 3 on that one. Really, 1 on the other one? No. Yeah, there's only 1 on that one. So we're definitely not a white mage. 3 on Shikari. 1 on that one. We're definitely not doing that either. There's a 2 on this one. 3 on Shikari, still in the lead. 3 on Archer, but I know it's not going to be Archer because I know we've got an Archer later coming. No. No. 2 on that one. Shikari's our leader right now. Shikari's still in the lead. 3 on this one. What is this one? Machinist? I know I got a Machinist coming, so I can't do that one either. Back to White Mage, so Shikari it is. My last playthrough I picked Shikari, but then I realized later on that maybe I should have been a little bit more careful and thoughtful on how I did this, and, well, no, my initial reaction was right, so there you go. I do want to be able to get the Orachia amulet, or whatever. So let's optimize, and then the Orachia armlet. This way.
You there, let's see some papers, boy. No public passage on account of the Lord Consul's parade.
Oh, gee, that's too bad. You see, it just so happens that your provisioner for the fete tonight, he sent me to pick up a few choice morsels for the consul's dining pleasure. He wants them quick. I got the writ of transit right here. You see? Signed, Magello. I just hate to see the consul upset because his food wasn't ready on time. And I sure hate to see him take it out on you.
The Lord Consul is a great man, and not one to take offense in such trifling matters. Move along, boy. Wouldn't do to keep the consul waiting. Right. Gates are closed after this.
Okay, so the Shikari, or whatever that's called, that's basically a ninja.
Oh, okay. you're a ninja now.
Right. I'm a low-level, untrained ninja. And if that sounds pretty worthless, you got the right idea. It's okay, though. This character's terrible, so it fits. Watch for T-Rexes. Yes, you get a lot of different party members like that. And I am so used. Okay, so like 12 hours into the game, everything's automatic because I've set everything up. So I was so used to that, and now I have to go do this all manually again. And it's a real pain in the rear end. See, I'm used to just like running through an area, and if there's someone worth fighting, he'll attack them. But no, I have to manually tell it, I want you to attack this mark. The thing that was the whole reason we came out here.
Galbana lilies?
Right. He fought valiantly.
Never thought I'd see him growing out here. Ugh.
What the? Flowers?
This'll make a nice souvenir. Time to call it a day.
So actually the flower thing is one of the better things with this character. When I say the character is terrible, it is in comparison with the other characters. There are some really good characters. He's just not one of them. Kind of. I mean, one assumes you bring it back. All you gotta do though is talk to the guy. So, like, the guy who sent you on the mission, it's like, hey, did you kill that tomato? He's like, yes, I totally did. He's like, well, I better pay you. It's like, you don't want any kind of proof or anything? Nah. You wouldn't lie to me.
Like, you're covered in ketchup right now, so...
Right. Clearly, with the salsa all around you, you've definitely had something to do with the tomato. Alright, so you got locked out. What? Right. So you got locked out of the town, and Kites tells you, oh, Penelope went looking for you.
Now what?
Open the gate! Alright, out the way.
Wait a second. How come you let these chocobos through the gate and not us?
What of it? This here's a pedigreed parader, boy. Cost tens of thousands of gil, this one did. A prettier price than 100 of you provincials would fetch. Keep your distance. We don't want the chocobo sticking a peasant.
Chicken, I
What'd you say?
Step aside. Right then, move them in.
So he's like the captain of the guard, Chicken Boo.
That does it.
Oh, a fine chocobo you have there. Yes, cedar down stock, if I'm not mistaken. Change the soil, change the chocobo, am I right? Yes, different soil means different bouquet, too. Take a Dalmascan Moreau's wine, eh? It may lack the flavor and depth of some of your Arcadian wines, but it has a certain strength of character. It's not bad, really, once you get used to it. Care for some, sirs? There's more than enough for all to cool their throats, of course.
You let these carts through and the closest gate is ordered. My mail's choked with this sand.
Don't give me a scare like that. You're lucky that ended where it did.
Right. Now's our chance to go through.
The ceremony will be starting soon. I'd best be hurrying.
Okay, well... Vaughn, wait! What is it?
My favorite is like Kites stays outside the gate, and I love imagining that the gate shuts on him again, and he's like, oh man! Right. He's just like, man, that dude has girl's hair. What condition
We will have
does he
order. I give you your new consul, His Imperial Highness Lord Vane Solidor, Commandant of the Arcadian Empire's Western Arm... Your Excellency.
To answer the question you're all asking
People
yourselves,
of
it's
Rabanastre,
Perk Plus.
is it with hatred you look upon your consul? With hatred you look upon the Empire?
Spit on your empire! Strike back to Arcadia!
There was little point in asking. But know this, I harbor no idle hopes of frustrating that hatred. Nor shall I ask your fealty. That is the due of your fallen king, and rightly so. King Ramanas loved his people, strove to bring you peace. His was a rule worthy of your devotion. Even now, he remains among you, protecting you. His ardor for the peace and weal of Dalmasca falters not. I would ask only that you do your king honor. Together, let us embrace the peace His Majesty would surely desire. 2 years now divide us from war's bitter end, yet still its shadow looms over all, stifling the infant peace, a pall only you may cast off. Achieve but this one thing, and your hatred of me and of the Empire will grieve me not. I will stand fast. I will endure your hatred, suffer your slings and arrows. I will defend Dalmasca. Here I will pay my debt. I swear it now. Though King Ramanas and Lady Ash be gone, they stand ever at the side of their people. In honoring peace, you do honor to their memory and to Dalmasca. What I ask plain. My hopes now rest with you.
Is Rabanastre to your liking, my lord?
Right.
It is magnificent. Take this cathedral, for instance. Elegant, yet whimsical in its execution. A stunning example of Galtean architecture. I hope Lord Gramus might one day look upon it himself.
Oh, the last one.
Right.
You're all like this.
The patron of this evening's banquet, may it please your excellency.
I am Miguel, your highness. It is truly a profound honor to make the acquaintance of our future emperor, highness. The people of Rabanasta join me in welcoming you.
That's enough of highness. Though indeed I am our emperor's son, I am no prince. Arcadia's emperor is freely chosen by her people. I am but an elected official and nothing more.
I meant no disrespect.
Now that I think on it, I would not have you address me as Lord Consul, for that matter.
No?
Henceforth, I am a citizen of Rabanasta. Why don't you call me Vane?
I could not. That would not be right.
You are overly fond of formalities. I've just the remedy for that. Tonight you will join me, and we shall drink until you call me by name.
Right. I think this song's about you.
How can he stand about him like that?
Vaughn, you just do not get it, do you? He's not doing it because he wants to.
Lord Vane never did.
You know what would happen if he didn't.
I know, it's just...
So, what would you do different?
I don't know. Well... I'd do something.
Vaughn. Vaughn!
Right.
You haven't heard a single word I've said, have you? This place has changed so much. It's like it's not even Rabanasta anymore. Like the Empire is swallowing it whole.
Hey, Penel, that fete tonight. You think they'll let us in?
Are you crazy? It's in the palace, and we don't have an invitation if you hadn't noticed.
So, how are we getting in?
As if I'd know. Why not ask Miguelo to get you in? Or go see old Dallin in Lowtown? Why the sudden interest, Vaughn?
I told you, I'm going to take back what's ours. Give back to Dalmasca. Come on, what do you think? If I find something, and it fetches a good price, how about I buy you all dinner?
Oh, please. You know as well as I do the first thing you'd buy is an airship. All hail Vaughn, Sky Pirate of Dalmasca. It's got a nice ring to it. Stay out of trouble.
An airship. I don't know. Maybe, but not through Miguelo. Time to pay old Dallin a visit.
Yes. Okay. So that so ends a 15-minute interlude where you basically have no control of what happens. But now we actually get to do stuff again. Oh man. Right. And yes, Vane will use his outrageous fortune to suffer those slings and arrows. Okay. And, like, you can talk to all of these people. But it is so nice to just skip to, like, what's going to happen next. I mean, it does flesh out the story, but the cutscenes are really where the plot is.
If it isn't Von Ratsbane. Come for a tip on how to secure something bigger and in armor by the East Gate?
What? You already heard about that?
Wise I may not be, but well informed I am.
They'll get what's coming to them someday, believe me. But that's not why I'm here.
Do tell.
I want to know how to sneak into the palace. They've got to have some great stuff in there.
Right.
Thought I'd partake.
Not one to mince words, are you, boy? The Empire protects all that's hers, and that means the palace and all the treasures inside.
That's why I'm gonna do it. To take back what's ours.
So, our champion of the sewers aspires to noble action. Admirable. Perhaps I can help you. Ah, now that I think on it, there was a rumor. Yes, a secret passageway into the palace walls. A door and a magicked stone.
First, Alan. So, where's this, magic stone?
Oh, I've had it for years, if I can remember where I've tucked it away.
Okay. I've got a special stone that helps me do stuff that I need to do, but it's low on juice. And the game is like, dude, you need to just turn right here and you'll be done. But I want to go ahead and collect my tomato bounty. If only because that's such a great phrase. Man. God. It's real easy to get lost here. Okay, but just think, this is going twice as fast as it used to go. Game used to have like really long periods of time where not much was happening. So I'm gonna get my tomato reward. Pick up another thingamabobber. And again, this game is very, very dense. It's very, very full of stuff that if you want to sit there and just read through text, you can. And it's got all of this stuff. It's got all this depth. But honestly, I just assume get through it quickly. Alright. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save. This is actually a pretty good stopping point.